History is shaped by friendships and rivalries. Few rivalries were as consequential as that between John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. They were founding fathers, giants at the birth of a nation. Allies in revolution, they stood together against the British Empire, united by a vision of liberty. Their story began in Philadelphia, 1775, at the Second Continental Congress. Adams, the passionate Massachusetts lawyer, thundered for independence. Jefferson, the reserved Virginian, was chosen by Adams to draft the Declaration of Independence. Their friendship deepened as diplomats in Europe. Yet cracks appeared. Adams distrusted the chaos of the French Revolution. Jefferson celebrated its spirit. These were fundamental differences in how they viewed power. Adams believed in a strong central government. Jefferson championed the rights of the common man. Their opposing philosophies set them on a collision course. The stage was set for a battle of titans, two visions for America, destined to clash. Their shared dream of a republic would soon be tested. What began as a partnership would become a defining rivalry. The fate of the new nation would hang in the balance. Adams and Jefferson allies, then adversaries, forever shaping America. The revolution had forged not just a nation but a rivalry for the ages. The presidency of John Adams was fraught with division. Adams led the Federalists, Jefferson, the Democratic Republicans. Once friends, they now stood on opposite sides of a widening political chasm. Adams signed the Alien and Sedition Acts, criminalizing dissent. Jefferson saw this as tyranny. The election of 1800 became a brutal contest remembered as one of the nastiest in American history. Adams's supporters painted Jefferson as a dangerous radical. Jefferson's camp called Adams a wannabe king. Newspapers became weapons, spreading rumors and insults. The friendship forged in revolution was shattered. When Jefferson won, it marked the first peaceful transfer of power between parties, a milestone for the young nation. For Adams, it was a bitter defeat. He left Washington before Jefferson's inauguration, refusing to witness his rival's triumph. The silence between them was absolute. For over a decade, Adams and Jefferson would not exchange a single word. Their feud had reached its peak, leaving a deep wound on their relationship and the nation. The battle for America's soul had left both men scarred. The nation moved forward, but the rift remained. The rivalry was now legend. For 12 years, Adams and Jefferson lived in silence. Adams, retired in Quincy, nursed his wounds and wrote bitterly of politics and betrayal. Jefferson, as president, shaped the nation, doubling its size with the Louisiana Purchase and sending Lewis and Clark west. Their rivalry continued through policy, not words. Friends like Dr. Benjamin Rush saw the rift as a stain on their legacies and quietly worked to reconcile them. Rush wrote to both, reminding them of their shared history and urging forgiveness. Finally, in 1812, Adams broke the silence with a simple New Year's greeting. Jefferson replied warmly. A flood of letters followed. Hundreds exchanged over 14 years. They debated philosophy, history, and their old disagreements, but now, with respect and wisdom. The fire of rivalry cooled into the warmth of renewed friendship. Their correspondence became a testament to reconciliation. The nation watched as two former enemies found common ground. Their letters became a new chapter in American history. The bitterness faded, replaced by reflection and mutual respect. Their story was no longer just about conflict, but about the possibility of healing. Adams and Jefferson, once rivals, became friends again in the twilight of their lives. Their feud had transformed into a legacy of understanding. In their final years, Adams and Jefferson reflected on the nation they had built. Even in friendship, their rivalry flickered, each keenly aware of his place in history. On July 4, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, both men died, hours apart. Adams's last words, "Thomas Jefferson survives." He was mistaken. Jefferson had died earlier that day. The nation was stunned, seeing their deaths as a sign of providence. Their rivalry moved to a new battlefield public memory. Jefferson's legacy soared as the champion of democracy. Adams was often overshadowed, remembered for his controversial presidency. Biographers and historians kept the debate alive. Who was greater? The feud continued, shaping how generations remembered them. Death had not ended their rivalry, it had made it eternal. Their story became legend, echoing through American history. The Adams-Jefferson rivalry is the story of America itself, a clash of ideas that shaped a nation. Adams stood for order and strong government, Jefferson for liberty and the wisdom of the people. Their debate, order versus freedom, remains at the heart of the American experiment. Their legacies are inseparable. Adams's pragmatism built institutions. Jefferson's ideals gave them purpose. America needed both. Their rivalry and eventual reconciliation made the nation stronger. Disagreement, they showed, can be a force for progress. Their story reminds us that even the fiercest rivals can help forge a more perfect union. Adams and Jefferson, two visions, one enduring legacy.